First of all, my name is Don McKenzie and I live in Wellington, Florida. And Callie was my 27-year-old daughter. She loved the outdoors. Some of the things that I'm most happy about when talking about Callie is that things that I love, like animals and nature and birds and fish and wildlife and the outdoors and music are things that that Callie loved as well. My brother-in-law described her as someone that everything in life was a ride, and she got on every one of them. And then she had found Sean Murphy, who was just a tremendous person, and they had just got to the point where you could see it in their eyes that there was so much love, and they had so much fun together. And he's an avid outdoorsman, and she loves to be out there as well. So they went out, and ironically that day a friend of hers had lost their son, which she knew. And Callie and I had some conversations throughout the day, and she said, she said, I told her, I said, you see how a parent worries, things can happen in a split second. And she said, I finally get it, Dad, I really see what you're saying. And I said, all right, kiddo, we'll go have a good time, and I love you. And for me, I'm fortunate in the fact that the last words I heard from Callie were, I love you too, Dad. No parent wants to hear a knock on the door at 1:30 in the morning. I got up and I answered the door, asked who it was, and then I stepped outside and closed the door and was talking to him, and he, as the wildlife officer was explaining to me what happened, and again, he was there with a grief counselor, and then my wife opened the front door and said, where's my daughter? What's wrong? Where's my daughter? My wife will never get to hold a grandchild. I'll never get to walk my daughter down the aisle. And those two things alone are enough to make me work hard so someone else doesn't have to suffer that particular, the things that we're suffering today. If Jeremy was standing here right now, I would say the same thing that I said to him in court, that I hope I have forgiven him. Me holding a grudge to him is too heavy of a burden for me to carry. He needs to step up to the plate and become an example of what to do and not what not to do. Everything that I've heard is he's a good young man, and he's got a lot of things going for him. I would hope that he takes what he's seen, he takes the emotions from all the families that he's felt from his family, and uses it for a positive thing. Airboats, boats, they're all just tools, and they're if used properly, they're fun. It's not the boat that kills people, it's the people operating the boats. If it's in this particular case, I mean, sadly, this beautiful piece of this high performance piece of equipment that this young man was using to do the things he loved was also used to kill somebody. Yes, it was an accident, but somebody died, and that some person shouldn't have died had that piece of equipment been used like the operator knew it was supposed to be used. You have a vessel, you have enjoyment, you have sun, you have fishing, you have all the things that go along with it. And if you use it properly and you're aware of your surroundings and you're doing the things that you're supposed to do, you can do that forever. If you don't, then you pay some serious consequences.